my health and condition. I'm compelled, although I want to quit. This demon inside of me, or there are two parts of me. One wants to quit. Um, it's okay. You can be commercialized professional. You have reached. You deserve it. And of course, we all desire for better quality of life. This would mean better things, right? Better quality. And I would like a better quality mobile device for my all this equipment, but for my whatever it is that and but my brain hasn't grown. I've been stunted brain, my mind, so therefore my mind hasn't grown. Uh, so this any comments? I will not. Let me see here. Let's see. So subscribers, sorry, I don't want to come here. I know last night I said I want to quit. That's what part of me, but I'm unreliable because is the sound coming? Because I'm not well. No, I don't know who's going to. Who you should have followed me so many. Um, I'm against Islam. Like, of course, Islam has a lot of material to be criticized upon from the Sunni side and from their enemy side. They say, we used to say the Shias, and there were many hypocrites, as you can see in Surah Nur ayat, with Prophet Muhammad. There are many slanderers from the Ummah of Prophet Muhammad. And all this, of course, it's not the fault of the Christians that they're bashing, and I have said this, that it is the fault of the Christians. I don't like bashing Islam, especially Sunni Islam, too much. I've been wanting to help the Shias also, but I'm very sorry. I shouldn't have come out with all this. No, so, okay, so since this devil, I'm very unreliable due to the whatever my health, whatever brain damage, trauma that I went through, ADHD now, or maybe since childhood, um, whatever my experience was, and then people were blaming me for being angry or moody or something like that. Spoiled. Oh, the thing is that my mother didn't spoil me. She used to, maybe she made me stubborn due to hitting me with the hanger every time. She would come off in the big room, old house. There was this guest room. So it's not that please don't blame my mother. Although I don't know who you, I mean, the people who come here, and the diplomacy and the lies, the way they twist and turn the words and all this. And it's terrible. It's not my style, sorry. Imam Tawhidis recently, not my style maybe, but I could get into trouble with UAE authorities, and I'd have to pay for, I don't know, the for blasphemy, yes. So federal law by decree concerning combating discrimination, hatred, and extremism. But there's we, Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of the United Arab Emirates. Okay, upon reviewing the Constitution, Federal Law Number 1 of 1972, concerning the competence of ministries and powers, yeah, and any amendment, if whatever. Let me see. I'm very don't understand. I can't read when I'm reading the laws and all the based on the. I had to really struggle in London also, like my mind would not. It's like I've lost touch. So they're very eloquent people. I couldn't do it easily. The law sometimes like, I thought my interest in law would help me understand. But I was like, oh, I can't get this English, and a blasphemy, every act that would insult divine essence, I should be in jail, prison, or religions, prophets, yeah, messengers, divine books, or houses of worship. Sorry. Oh, and I think UAE, I don't even know Arabic, and it is a necessity if it's necessary if you are a Emirati to know Arabic. The sheikhs have encouraged this, and UAE has encouraged this. So it's near to, it's not good. That's why my family used to discourage us from. So it was better in government. Like with my brother, I couldn't. It's better to talk in English than in Urdu. I don't know why. But that if we haven't learned Arabic, we have been like it's bad, right? Here it's considered bad as Emiratis. Oh, so this is another thing. So, thing that I, you see, my father. Oh, it's a long story, yeah. So I can't explain that. But so I should be in jail on blasphemy. Actually, this is the thing. And although there is a lot of material from the Sunni side against Prophet Muhammad, and so we should. Sorry, excuse me. So for blasphemy, like the floodgates would open and people would start, like the Hindus on channels, ex-Muslim channels, left, right, and center, and because there's so much material, because interpolation has come, and we had very. This is how the Shia explain it, that Prophet Muhammad had many enemies who joined him, right? Intentionally, the hypocrites who joined him, not being forced or threatened to leave Islam, right? Not at all, no. So they don't see that, right? That what I've seen, I, I don't know, but everyone and anyone can twist and turn the words to interpret the Quran ayats according to their own belief. And if they are peaceful Muslims, then you know how they would take the Surah Mumtahana ayat. I even helped. But the material, the other things, apart from the Quran, there's a lot. So that is done by the enemies of Islam. And some of the Sunni Muslims may have realized recently, seeing, since they may not have the time, like you don't have to go through all that research yourself, you can rely on what you have, the religious scholars have given you now. I opted to do my own research, double checking the hadiths and the things that my alims and religious scholars, orators said in the majlis, right? Like, what did Omar do? And why we don't, like, this is a contention between Sunni and Shia, right? So, like, what did Omar do? And did he really do this so to deserve God's curse on him? Omar bin Khattab, who is the Sunni Muslim second caliph, Rashidun, rightly guided caliph. Right? Um, so looking at this, did he? This would be. I mean, I'm just saying what I interpreted from this hadith, the pen and paper narration, the pen and paper, uh, and Khamis, the calamity of Thursday. So I had to check, like double check it. And like my father would say that there in the Sunni hadith, there's also this hadith of Prophet Muhammad saying, whoever hurts Fatima hurts me and hurts Allah. In all of their, so this was just heresy by my father, right? I had to double check whether, where is it like that? So that's what I wanted to do in the beginning, and I'm a truth seeker. Um, uh, uh, if I don't, according to my country, although I don't have the right to speak against any religion academically for the truth. I mean, I could, it's, yeah, I get emotional and all this. Right. And I can't respect Prophet Muhammad and the religions, but like the Christians, I get, of course, they're human beings first and respect them, but I can't respect their religion and their belief, right? I don't know how to do that, sorry. When it's a lie for me, or Judaism and the prophets. Like when in year 2000, again, I was reading the Bible, and then I realized that the prophets, like when I was reading Jiddu Krishnamurti, that these prophets were not normal people, that they were not even extraordinary people. They were just less than normal people. I don't know how to put it. Anyways, you would. So I'm thank you for subscribing. This is like too much. I never expected 1,000, 1K subscribers here. Not even 100. On my other backup channel, I have like 250 or something, 200 plus, not up till 300. So I never expected this. I just, if I could find, if I was in another country, from another country, like a European, and my country laws give me the freedom to academically show this and be a truth seeker and say that Christianity is not true, and show it online, because I have I am not well also, and there's nothing else, no skill I have, no talent. I'm not even commercialized. I Due to my condition, I make many mistakes in English. You can see I have no good, I don't have good command over the English language that I have been literate in, studied. Even then, I've been to London, did law with honors, LLB honors degree, but still my English is very poor. So we see this hadith or whatever narration you may call it, but where Prophet Muhammad says, it says, then it becomes a hadith, right? I don't know. So uh, the tragedy of Thursday, Yom al Khamis, Thursday. Uh, Tragedy, keep forgetting. So an incident in which Islamic prophet Muhammad expressed a wish. Now, when he expressed a wish, this becomes a hadith written, a wish to issue a written statement shortly before his death, possibly on a Thursday, but was prevented from doing so. And who prevented him? Of course, his the people there, Muslims now. I don't think any polytheists were left, or Jews, but there were hypocrites also, we're told, I think. You see, whoever blasphemes against Prophet Muhammad. So, in my own words and my opinion about this hadith, Sahih al Bukhari 114, let me see. Ibn Abbas said, yes, it's on this one, pen and paper hadith. Narrated, I keep forgetting, and narrated Ubaidullah bin Abdullah. Ibn Abbas said, when the ailment of the Prophet became worse, he said, bring for me paper, and I will write for you a statement after which you will not go astray. Actually, you should have done it before when he said man kuntu mawlafa. If that is what the Shia say, one of the things he wanted to write in the 3 day. So he should have done it before he fell sick, so that no one, not Omar, would have, or the people there who prevented him from this should not have been able to prevent him, and God would have protected him and the Ummah from dividing first into two sects and, take imamat and khalifa, Sunni and Shia. So my thing was with the Shia Muslims, this point that he should have written it long time before you even fell sick, because here he's when the ailment of the Prophet became worse, then. So I was like, why then? He said, bring. Why then does he realize? If God had told him before to realize and write this, to the knowledge given here, what he wants to write, to bring in the pen, the paper, in the paper. Oh, pen, whatever they had over there, yeah. Pen, yeah, kalam. A statement after which you will not go astray. But Umar said the Prophet is seriously ill. Now, and we have got Allah's book with us, and that is sufficient for us. Okay, well, Omar is saying that the Prophet is seriously ill, and in some places he says he's seriously ill, so he's delirious, I think. Omar said, so that's right. So don't give him. So it's better not to give him what he wants in this strenuous condition of his, or sorry, his serious worsened illness. So there's another hadith which says, where Omar says, Omar bin Khattab says, the Prophet, he uses this word, if I may put it correctly, says the Prophet Muhammad is delirious. But they also mentioned that Omar had said, who mentions? Saqifa. And the Prophet, yeah, let me see this. Omar, yes. Omar told these present. But they also mentioned that Omar had said the Prophet has been delirious, just to sanitize the statement and undermine the sentiments of those who found it abominable. Supporting this fact is what Abu Bakr, Ahmad ibn Abdul Aziz Johari, Johari has said in his book Al-Saqifa, where he relies on the authority of Ibn Abbas. Umar al-Khattab insulted the Prophet, Shia chat his band in this country. Chapter 3, refuting the claims of Umar's. Once he, this what? So where did he say it? Who, is this an interpolation against Umar? Um, a narration which is fabricated due to the enemies of Islam against, and the enemy against him. But, so I don't know. I haven't done that much research. Oh, this is, oh, no, Shia. No, so I'm not going, shouldn't be going to the Shia website. Should be This is the Bukhari 114. It's the only. So let me see the Arabic word for this. If oh God, oh God. So there were people, right, who would, whether Umar did it or another. Where's the Arabic word for this? Was overwhelmed by pain. So bring me a book that. Right. Umar said the Prophet was overwhelmed by pain. Okay, so he didn't perhaps say use the word delirious, right? But due to this pain, he's overwhelmed by it. So what did Umar mean by this? Oh, what were the implications? So it's here that Umar that we have the book of Allah as our account. So they differed. Now the Ummah is differing here, so, as our account. So they differed. And there was a lot of confusion when the Prophet is sick. And if just give him the pen and paper, right? To what he gives, what he said, take. What he refrains you from, refrain from. So Umar went against now here on the ayat in Surah Hashr, where Allah says, what the Prophet gives, take, and what he prevents you from, refrain. Yeah, that is where you refrain. It's not like you make it haram. So there's a word there for at the white wheat night, maybe this word, stand up for me. He said, stand up for me and I should not argue. Ibn Abbas came out and said that the Razia is all the Razia that prevented the messenger, meaning the calamity is all the calamity that prevented the messenger, meaning Umar and those with Umar were the calamity. You get it? So isn't this blasphemy against Prophet Muhammad and acting against the command of Prophet Muhammad? And acting against Surah Hashr ayat where Allah says, what the messenger gives you take and what he asks you to refrain from, refrain. But anyways, the UAE laws also, not on apostasy, but I could be in jail for many years for blaspheming against Prophet Muhammad, against God, Allah, and this Allah also, and many such things publicly. I can keep it to myself, right? And it's okay as long as no one else knows personally, but not share it. Like how I feel that this creator is unjust and we're getting hurt and he's not getting hurt and all this. And he's testing us to no end. It is unfair. So saying such things, definitely I'm in jail. I should be in jail. And I should pay like 1 million or more. So then, for the rest of my life, if I can't be fined, like if I can't pay the fine, sorry, if I can't pay the fine, then for the rest of my life, I'm in jail, right? I should be in the UAE jail. So the Sunnis don't take it like this, that Umar did anything wrong against Prophet Muhammad. In fact, he was trying to help Prophet Muhammad because overwhelmed with pain, like don't give him the pen and paper. And they don't see this as blasphemy against Prophet Muhammad. Omar bin Khattab's blasphemy. Omar al Farouk's Excuse me. So here I disagree with the Sunnis. It definitely should be taken. And you know how important if you read the Shia because they're very eloquent, everyone is very eloquent, even the Sunnis are very eloquent. I'm terrible, pathetic in this language, and like, you know, to talk. So I should shut up, keep my mouth shut, and nothing has worked for me. I just have to come here like a wild ass. Run. So your Allah said, like, who are the wild ass running from us? No, that's a different context. Sorry, that's different. It does. But I come here like a wild ass, right? Ass running from a lion. Quran ayat. Yeah, so Allah uses such language. Surah Mudathar 50, 51. What's it? This is an idiomatic expression in Arabic which depicts the character of wild asses who flee stupefied and stunned as soon as they smell a lion. Surah Mudathar ayat 51. Sorry, but you know, like wild Surah Mudathar. I don't know sorry, Mudathar 51, I think it is, or 50. This is, so I'm showing like Allah using this language, fleeing from, or 50 to 51. So, is this? Who are these people? But I'm like a wild ass here. Then what is the matter with them that they turn away from admonition, right? Turning away from Allah's admonition. Then those who turn, then will no intercession of intercessors profit them. Then what is the matter with them that they are from the reminder turning away? As a reminder, uh, uh, dhikr, reminder, turning away, as if they were alarmed donkeys, as if they were donkeys frightened. Okay, frightened asses fleeing from a lion. Rather, every person among them desires that he would be given scriptures spread about. No, just some, perhaps, so to understand the scripture and have no ambiguity and there be clarity, so that the laws, what Prophet Muhammad did in Surah Tahrim, what I told this, I have been saying that it is wrong, and they have been saying it is right, and haram is not a religious edict. The Arabs, on a daily basis, say this, like haram, this haram, haram, this haram, and they don't really mean it, what they say. But what they mean is, no, or what they mean is that, oh, I'll refrain, haram, I'll refrain from this, and I'll refrain the good things that Allah has not made unlawful for them. On a daily basis, the Arabs, this is haram and this is haram, meaning doctor, yes, haram, I will not touch well, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but not an apple. Let's use some, sorry, I don't, ironically, I'm not well. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. All my privacy, yeah, is out in the open. This is how I am, yeah. I don't have a studio or anything. Why should I be? I should be in jail. So yeah, lagging behind. And no matter how hard I've tried, but and deteriorating in language also. and making lots of mistakes like the other day. Oh God, and getting it wrong. Paramahamsa Vishwananda. So he called him, like the Hindu one was saying here, he's an atheist now, Indian, saying Buddhi to me, you're an old woman, you're good for nothing. So in his, where is it? Let's go to Paramahamsa Vishwananda. I got it wrong, so, and I can't talk properly. I should be dumped, Buddhi. All right. A 57-year-old Buddhi is asking where. So I got this wrong until love is already here in this. Like he said, I got the context. I was on my principle, and when he said the way he said it made me get it all. This part so wrong. It's like I wasn't able to comprehend. I had a definitely cognitive dissonance in this. I cannot play this without the permission. They're very strict copyrights. So I can't look, I can from another device just maybe even then they would give me Bhakti Marga Paramahamsa Vishwananda's strict copyrights and rules. Mhm. uh, yeah, I got a really, because my mind, from how he said it, that his cousin sent a beautiful message. Where is your, something like this, right? Can I just, without the permission, I don't know if I can do this, right? And sorry, I can't fight this. There could be a demon telling me I'm Radharani when I'm not. And so these delusions I'm in, in schizophrenia, you have this grandiose, that you could have this feeling that you were a very important person, right? And I have you can see I have an element of narcissism, not malignant, but that stubbornness, that thing of making the other person feel guilty, and not really. I could see it in my letters to my teacher also, like I couldn't blame myself completely. Like there was this thing of no, no. There's this one part, like how they said about narcissism. I think Dr. Carey, that when they actually, even in reconciliation, yeah, in my letters, it's like, I don't want to blame myself, but since people have blamed me, I'm stubborn, yeah, I'm a devil, but I really don't mean it, right? Your devil signed out, your little devil, but I really don't mean it for myself, right? But it's what people have said about me that's got into me. And yes, 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 I'm a stubborn freak, spoiled brat, rich kid, a rich man's daughter, stubborn. But if you but at the end of the day, it's like, but why wouldn't you come back? Like, would your prestige fall coming back to me? And then, yeah, then later on, I realized that she's got a different, I didn't agree to her. So, but my letters were like, somewhere, I'm blaming her, like subliminal, putting it in a sarcastic manner that I'm a little devil, but I don't really believe I am, right? And that she should have paid for it, whatever she did to me, and she was wrong in it. So I started to hate her later on. When I reached St. Joseph's College and reached the, yeah, so I got out of that trap, vicious circle of blaming myself, then no, 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 then blaming her, or then blaming God. Oh, wouldn't God, didn't he eject Adam and Eve for what they did from in heaven against him? And you should have obeyed your teacher and all that. But she wouldn't use the word obey, right? She would say she doesn't listen, right? And I would take it to mean, I would take it in an exaggerated form that, she wants me to respect, obey, respect every wish of us. So she would put it like, Zahra doesn't, and she put it like that in a letter note to my mother. Once I had given her, I'd bought from Zainab Market a very beautiful, I bought for myself also, shalwa, green, like Miss Disa had brought from up north for me. And I found this kind of same material when Miss Disa went to up north. She bought a shalwar kameez for me and she gave it to me. So without knowing her, I just guessed her size and all this. And I was in Zainab Market, thought of her and the shalwar kameez and the green color she had bought for me from up north. So I just bought that, guessing her size and mine I knew. So I bought one for myself and one for her. And when I gave it to her, she took it at that time. And the next day, she came to our house outside and she gave the driver or we didn't have a gatekeeper. So whoever worker was there in the old house outside, she gave this shalwar kameez that I had given her as a gift. She gave it back with a note to my mother that Zahra does not know. Zahra does not respect the wishes of elderly people. So I don't know what I did in school, but she would say, "Oh, you know what you did in school, right?" So I'm the liar. No, sometimes I did. Maybe yeah, something happened in school. She took that when I went to her house and gave it, or in school I gave it to her. And then the next day or after a week or something, the next time I know is that she's come outside my house, she's returned the shalwar kameez. And so, my thing was I have this narcissism, not humility, in this way that I would say that, what kind of I would blame her. And she's putting it like I don't respect her wishes, I don't. And she's given the gift back, returned the gift. Um, Anyways, so this, who cares? Uh, what? Yeah, and I don't like. Yeah, last time I came here, like these people, these Americans and all. No, it's you deserve it. You have worked hard for it. You've reached a certain. You have worked hard, and so no, but like people who cannot talk properly, who have some deficiency, like Hazrat Musa, and God hasn't given them a miracle. They're deteriorating. Yeah, I feel kind of insecure and sorry for myself after in this week. I am. Yeah, you may say that I am. Yeah, I've seen a lot, and it's like the strong people trample upon. They don't help. A lot. I've seen a lot of that in the world. So I don't know if you really are. Have you trampled upon other people to reach that success? Or, and you won't get impressed here. And I don't want anyone to get impressed here, but I blame you people. Yeah. Some of you know, some of you who have really worked out and or worked to get where you are, and you want it to be commercialized, you want to help people, you want your business to grow, or you want to even humanitarianly, you are you want to help people like Mel Robbins or Bren Brown, then no, of course not. I don't blame you at all for this. You're reaching that level of eloquence and helping people and interviewing people. But interviewing people and helping us. Really appreciate that much from the heart, deepest part of my heart. But I had to unsubscribe, feeling, with there's a lot of commercial, like there are other people who, so compelled here. This very terrible energy that me. Oof, I could have just stayed in isolated in myself and personal life. My father's country has given me enough to sustain myself financially, at least. And my brother has helped him financially, like he pays sometimes like the whole rent. But I insisted. But even then, like 80 some, it's 80 dirhams, it's nothing. But every month it would add up to for a year the contract. So, but he was telling me, like, for example, my youngest brother, he's helped me financially a lot when I didn't go for the financial salary. Here they call it salary. So I have to call it. Sometimes I feel, I'm still, can't teach a old dog new tricks, and I'm not able to. So if I was like able to go through Christianity and all this. I'm just familiar with this, and I find it a struggle to show this, but I shouldn't have gone into blasphemy. No, oh, then I'm compelled today also, like, I want to quit. So those who have subscribed to me, you can leave. Not that you have to go out of your way to unsubscribe today. And if I was, I'm a truth seeker, right? So I thought it wouldn't, but floodgates would open. But if I could, get to the Bible and show a little bit, I've done that. And I found contradictions in the Bible where, so I've said that. Um, and in Judaism and Hinduism, I can't do all that against these religions, show you that to me it doesn't make sense, and this year it's not right. Like I showed you even in the Bhagavad Gita, that when, see, I learned from Father Augustine. I went to him for counseling, for some time in 1989, and because therapy wasn't working for me, the psychoanalysis. Anyways, someone referred me to their counselor, their Goan Christian who had come from America. Um, I went to him, and he had he was a certified counselor, right? Not a degree in, not a PhD in psychoanalysis. So he told me, first he told me, like, this will help, like, in controlling your mind. But he said, no, no, I don't want to use that word, control. Then he used another word, and he told me supervise your mind through this adult. So he explained to me, right, made the circles, showed me that this is how balanced, like there's the parent circle, there's the adult circle, and there's the child circle, and where they uh, integrate, merge. And this is how much space should, the parent should have the space of the adult, the little bit of how much adult the parent should have, not the do's and the don'ts only, but understanding hearts and reason with their children, and then the adults are the below the parent is the adult circle, right? So it has the adult has part, the circle is part in the parent, and then the parent circle is in the adult. So if you're a parent, how much mind, reasoning to use, and then if you're an adult, how much of it has the parent, but you're not supposed to. That's adult is the mature mind, right? reason, logic, intellect. And then below that is the child circle he made on the board, blackboard. And so how much a child you should be supervised by reasoning. Like when you grow come to a certain age. And so how much the child then has that adult reasoning powers and use that reason instead of me, like you were saying, impulsive, overboard. You went overboard with your teacher and loving her or whatever you're feeling for her. So, taming the shrew, taming of the shrew, taming of my wild side, my childish side, impulsive and all this, through reasoning. So he wouldn't use control. Now in Bhagavad Gita, I think Krishna uses the word control, how to control your mind. Although he says that's very difficult. So I was showing the Hindus that that's not right. But then Hindus criticize. So I saw that one was like very offended by this, a comment later on under that live stream of mine. So if you're offended, this you shouldn't be offended then, but at least right, this is academic. I'm a truth seeker. I'm going to critically analyze, and what I've learned I'm giving you in this from a Christian Catholic, but he was a priest. But control word generally should not be used, and I agreed with him. So one cannot control the mind, but what you mean by it, now you can interpret it in different ways. But he didn't even want to use the word control. You can use it as for Krishna, but supervise the mind. And here the mind is the culprit in Bhagavad Gita. And so I learned from people like Father Augustine, counselor, certified counselor from America, yeah. But he came to Karachi where I went to. So I learned from him that the mind is good when used reason. And I also I had learned from my own religion that mind is good. Mind, this is what makes you obey Allah, the intellect first, right? Not belief through belief, but through intellect first and foremost, reason. And so Al-Kafi, my father brought that volume of Al-Kafi on intellect, the importance of intellect, long time ago. So or maybe before that, like when I was a child, I used to, in read certain cases where you don't require, maybe a little bit, yes, desire is there and all this, but can a married woman do this, right? Or that? Should a married woman in this case do this when maybe her husband, yeah, so yeah, the desire is there, like, but so I'm looking at it. I'm looking at this case. If you have the desire, you want to have an affair, and then you're sending letters to your husband saying, darling, my darling husband, I miss you, and isn't that, I miss our children. Right? Something, for example, like on that case, I was using reason at the same time looking at all angles and seeing how I will deal with this problem that has come on me, because I have to deal with it because that lady comes in my room in London and I don't like it. Why don't I like her? Why don't I like it that she comes after the discotheque? I don't want to see her face. 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 I don't want So in that I was using reason, and then I knew what to do, like how to tell her, how to. So I put in my room a piece of paper her her husband's name. Before that, I put poor, Poor. I didn't get angry at her, but I was uptight all the time. Like every time she was there, and all the days she was in our house, she was living in our house, or something like that. That's the example. I can't give any other example, so it's not coming in my mind. And my mind gets blocked, and all this. There's this demonic energy. And then my father also gave her that, questioned her, like, he said, then why don't you, if you like my brother, why don't you divorce your husband? She said that my husband will not give me my children, right, in London. So my father at times wasn't there. At times he would come and, no. So when in the beginning, maybe, or somewhere, or afterwards, he wasn't there. And I had to deal with this because they were taking us kids also. And she had to come to my room for something in the nighttime. And she also had to do something like, what was that? Oh, uh, oh, in the car drives, they would take me and my disowned brother, my brother at the time, my mother's son, from my father, of course. Oh, so these things come out, and no one does this. Americans are going to, "Oh, what is she saying?" and object to this. Even this is wrong of her to say this here. Everyone is would be against this style of mine, right? Uh, Europeans also. So that's I had to use reason sometimes, like how to put it to her that this is wrong without using my mouth, although I was uptight. Yeah, uptight until, and she would come and say, "Oh, I think, oh, that's another story, right?" I would pretend like I'm sleeping. I'm asleep now. Don't want to see her face in my room. Don't want her. But I never got angry at her. Uh, and on like start cursing her and all this stuff. I didn't use her style later on. That style she had against my father. Okay, that's too much now and on this, and but I just wrote poor husband of us. This and then the no one would believe me. My mother was there. She didn't say anything to me when it came out in front of her husband, right? So her sons could be thinking that I've lied against their mother. Not this. And the husband found out. He was sitting there when she abused my father, cursed my father, when maybe my mother was complaining against my father that he travels so much and we don't get along. She even complained to her aunt in London when, from America, her one aunt came to London, that all this personal stuff, right, going on. So can't talk about this. The Americans are going to object. This is not professionalism. So my thing is very backbiting. Started. I spread rumors and exaggerate on Facebook, and I see things against people, against my relatives using social media. So for that also, I should be in prison and fined here in the UAE, and for using bad words and vulgar language, too much, very, very vulgar. And for that also, I should be in prison for life. Or, go in the mental asylum. Yeah, I should be in the mental asylum. I have no access to this internet. I don't know why. I don't want to be like favored or anything. But they should put me in they should have long time ago. Oh, a lot of bad, vulgar things were coming out that I've never said to my other aunt about her sister and anyone. I'm like, it's not me. It was. I wasn't in my what I've grown up and how my mother taught me to be. And then seeing like seeing that people maybe that's a trigger, like very charming people. Hello, how are you? Take care, and all that. And my cousin was telling me I'm not like that, and my community is complaining against me that I'm very proud. I don't talk to them during Muharram when we meet, and she doesn't even look at us, or she's very proud. Growing up, I had this problem of, like, I put it on my mother. They would all talk to me. Oh, she's your daughter, and oh, she's grown this much, and so when in Muharram or something, we'll meet the whole community of us at in you know. So I, when I was growing up, like I had this crisis. So and then I was in that so much that I didn't grow up in the sense that when I would meet my community members, I would go up to them and say, "Hello, how are you?" in Muharram or wherever in at the weddings or what, right? I thought I didn't think I or that or so a life crisis. It was a crisis for me. So I didn't grow up properly in that due to that crisis and wasn't able to grow up properly. That many other issues came up in the house by the way my teacher had taught me to tell the truth. So with my siblings also, I didn't grow up in a friendly manner, and understanding. I used my teacher's way very. With my mother also, I would have this. We were, I was the second born survivor. Close. And then when I realized in 1989 and I started to hate my teacher, that's when I said, drop it. Like, just be careful, like, don't be so hard on yourself and your others and let the people. So I sat there when, with my principal and I let her talk, and otherwise I would have, when she was talking about a student who had worn, and it's not allowed in college even, this college, to wear uh, eyeliner or kajal. So my principal had to stop a student and say, "Why are you wearing this kajal? You're not allowed." Coil, what do you call it? Kajal, eyeliner, eye pencil. And she said, "Miss, so this is what the principal was talking about." And so the principal said, "Okay, then." She spoke a little more that when she so this kind of talk, I was like, chill, Zahra, chill. um so yeah, so I didn't say anything to my principal, or no, I should have I wouldn't say anything. I think I would walk away. Like I would never go back to their house or have anything to do. I had to go to invite, give her my friend's best friend, other best friend, Romina, ex St. Josephine's college's student, ex-student of St. Joseph's College. The She invited her principal. So the card, the date had changed, and all. Yeah, I was so like this. So I changed myself. Like, chill. Just you know, don't too much criticism is not good. So she made me have tea. So I was on the positive side. Oh my God, may she get unknown. I wished for her and her family blessings, and I remember writing, coming back, thank you God, and what a beautiful. I didn't look, so I just disregarded that other thing she had said. We would usually not say it this way, even my mother or I, and talk about this at home. The student week is so that not in the way she said it, right? Some things she said was not right. For me, in my opinion, I wouldn't accept that from anyone, not my brothers and sisters, even. So if my brother did that, or if my sister, I would say no. But I have no right on like friends or maybe a social community. But if I would just walk away, on I don't like to impose my views on. Yeah, I didn't like to impose my views. I was a very quiet person on others, also this, and being silent meaning the things that people do and say, and you just have to change your course, or just if you can walk away from these people silently, the best thing to do, and never like say never become like these people, although I started to become very afraid, scared of the weaknesses in human beings. And when my teacher was pointing these weaknesses out about me, she was like, not disciplined, she's not disciplined and spoiled and all this, then I started to feel very scared, like seeing that movie, even about love. For example, seeing the movie The Fatal Attraction, I was like, oh my God. And all the time, like I'm scared. I became scared. And so I couldn't take human weakness. Like my teacher, I felt could not take that weakness, and she didn't know how to handle the weakness of the people. She would say that it's our fault. We should be. So I don't know how to put it. And then later on, seeing Fatal Attraction, I got scared of relation love. Could this be like not love but fatal, obsession, very dark, terrible obsession. And if you say no to me, I would want to destroy you. So let's say if I want to get married to someone as a man, and if you say no to me, if you reject me, then that rejection that would offend me, and I would come after you and destroy you. Or if you've had one night stand with me, as and so I would destroy you. So that was really, I started to get very, very scared of human weakness. Okay, so I don't know if I can explain this. I'm not at all good in explaining these things. Maybe I have a vascular dementia also. Vascular, yeah. So in vascular dementia or ADHD, HD symptoms are that difficulty with planning, slowness of thought, and also to, problems with memory, language, you see. But these are not as common as they are in people with Alzheimer's disease. Yeah, so I could also have Alzheimer's disease. I feel that my skull inside my head is cracked. Nagging, there's this nagging, that sensation that my head is cracked. It's there all the time, like cracks and ouch, and my neck, especially the head that so that's why yeah, I may have vascular dementia and also an ADHD. Like I was like, what did you say? You're not supposed to say this to the supermarket man. It, so people, men can do what they like. AD. So I overreacted and I said to them that Islam is finished. Like what I wanted to say, that oh, I've destroyed Islam. It's finished. Like you cannot do anything to tell me. Like this is the way I told them in the supermarket. And Islam is destroyed here. If the police found out, right? Actually, they should have called the police against me. Not that my brother and I are saying we can complain against the police. We can complain about this against you. What you know? Oh my God. HD, ADHD symptom. So I should be a long time ago on blasphemy case in jail. And if I can't pay the fine, like 1 million or maybe how many millions of dirhams, then for life I'll be in jail. Impulsiveness, disorganization, problems, prioritizing, poor time management, and trouble multitasking, problems focusing on a task, yes, poor planning, low frustration tolerance. All right, like the person coming here saying you're frustrated. And what is the others? What were the, like saying things, saying exaggeration, saying things in the wrong way. I think that also on my other device, AI gave me this. Oversharing is saying something personal or inappropriate in the wrong setting or to the wrong person, right? So this I have. And I keep doing this, right? It's usually not something people with ADHD do on purpose. Sometimes they may not realize they're giving too much information or saying the wrong thing, not appropriate for the, yeah, so that's right. I do. Oh, God, sorry, my head. So year 2000, whatever happened to me, brain damage. Oh no, actually, I was very restless. I had to go to a palmist. I thought he was a palmist, and what was written in Urdu on his wall, office wall, I didn't know how to read it, right? So I went and he turned out to be a black man. My father said, "Look what's written." When my father said, "How much is he asking you for this?" He told me that from your childhood, your potential has been cut, and this lady on her face is a very big, one big mole, like protruded, big mole, one, or samle color ki hai, like she's slightly on the darker side, not fair. Um, she did this black magic on you, he told me, and he told me he has to, like I said, you're asking me at that time, 89, for 3,000 rupees. He said, yes, I have to give meat, goat, or cut, lamb meat or something to the jinns at the sea, also on air, uh, like throw it and then they eat it, or for the earth, like the sea, especially seaside, um, to the jinns. गोश देना है मुझे बकरे का, like goat, lamb, goat meat, lamb, to, so I have to sacrifice, like a cut, cut them, buy goat and give the jinns the lamb meat, right, meat. Lamb's meat. Oh, so then my father's like, let me, so I'll go with you. Why has he asked for 3,000? I tried to explain to my father. He said, no, just wear. So he went with me, and then that's where when he read outside the office was written, his office was written, Bangal ka Jadoo, that I had missed. But he had the hand thing on his, up, on, on his office, the palmist. So since childhood, he told me my potential has been cut through black magic. Someone did. Okay. And so I don't know if I think I should. So thank you, if UAE, for for your what do you call it? What's that word? It's not coming to me. I have a block. It's very difficult. It's hurting me. My head is. What's the word? Clemency. That's why I don't have many followers also, because due to ADHD, what is not appropriate. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, really sorry about this. Although it's whatever I'm saying here is against UAE laws and rules, and they've allowed me to do this. Yeah, so they have the right to even shadow ban me on YouTube, right? And social media like Facebook. UAE authorities. Um, Saying inappropriate things and personal, like family matters, bringing it. But thank you so much for this. Although I should be, yeah, I should be in jail or in the mental asylum, like Ali, ex-Muslim, Ali Shah said. He knows the UAE and, of course, the world. And psychiatrist. Kind of bad, or like Mutahar said, my aunt from Canada, that how can you should be, so I became worse like her, like worse. Oh, like, saying, so I was surprised that you would say this, that here in Canada, if you said this, you would be in jail or something like this, right? I was quite surprised over the phone about She should be in jail. If in Karachi, you can everything, even in the house against the father, um, or the brothers, older brothers and sisters. So inside it's like Sunnis. My uncle told me long time ago how they put each other down. Just because my mother didn't say this doesn't mean that there aren't Shias who put Sunnis down. And even I was following sometime Vai Al Khalfan, the police. He was a chief police officer, right? Chief or what was he? Chief. He's now resigned. So, or no, he's retired, retired, not resigned. Where's that coming? That a Shia went to Iraq, and his friend told me, "Wallah, wallah." So that's like for sure. I swear by God, like I swear by God, my friend who was a Shia, he was. It's not Iraqi, or he doesn't know Arabic, and he went to Iraq, and the other Shia person in Iraq was something harassing him because he's not an Iraqi Arab. He's not an Iraqi Shia. So these things happen that, and sometimes not, this was like outside his house, on the door of his house, they would put something against him, or he would, this other man, Iraqi Shia man. Um, So they harass like that, and inside, what they say is that Shias put this. Recently, someone came here and said Sunnis put Shias down. The way the Sunnis put Shias down, if they call the Shias, when they call the Shias kafir, disbelievers, that's right. It's but in other ways, like ghusl, how the Sunnis do the ghusl, like my uncle told me, is that first we do the ghusl. It's we just put the water, a shower, in the shower first, water without the soap. For the Sunnis, they wash themselves, but first take the shower, like then afterwards uh, say the ghusl, that they're doing ghusl, like before they put soap and everything, and it's so senseless, right? Meaning the water. So this is how my like the way, I mean, in a way, so I was like, okay. And for a long time, I couldn't get it until recently. Oh, he meant to say that water, like we wouldn't, wuzu, like we wouldn't go and wash our hands with soap, and then our face with soap, and our arms with soap, and feet with, and so, or no, not feet, forget, we wipe the feet and the head with water. Uh, but the head, this line, one. So, well, however we do it, but I think so what he was trying to say is that to do wudu ablution, you don't have to wash, it's the water only and the niyat, the intention that counts. So before doing the wudu, you don't go wash unless you've gone to the bathroom, and then you wash your hands, of course. But you don't have to. So it's the water that makes and the niyat, the intention that I'm doing wudu, I'm doing ghusl, wajib qurbatan ilallah, right? And the water before putting soap and try to, wash yourself and then do the ghusl. This is what the Sunnis do. I was told this is heresy. I don't know. I haven't asked any Sunni. Neither am I interested. Take it from inside one ear, out from the other. This is how I was, and I was separated from Miss Tissa, my teacher, and I was very strict. But I don't know why I took it from him. like that year. I would just listen to audio. My mother wasn't like her brother. You say, thank God. Or the azan. But if you okay, like what the Shias will say, the Sunnis, but they have Maghrib time is how much? So of course, before it gets darker, they have to say the azan so they have time to say the Maghrib on time because they can't together. It will not be good for them, right? Isha, Maghrib and Isha together say the prayers, obligatory prayers together. So there's a time, although I don't know if it gets qaza late for Maghrib. After Maghrib is over, I think for the Sunnis, they'll have to say the qaza, duniyat, that I'm praying Maghrib qaza, I think. Not sure. Qaza is done when you delay, when the prayer time is over. Maybe, you've missed it. Like Shias also have qaza. Like you've missed the Isha until 12. After 12, it becomes qaza, or the next day for sure. Like it's Fajr time has come and it's qaza now. Isha prayer has become qaza now, right? Delayed, late, not on time. So the Shia saying that this is not the time for Maghrib. Look, when the one other cousin of my mother was saying that you see the sky. We were outside our house and I was with her. And so when it turns red or something, or then, but the Shia Azan is before even that. So they put each other down like this in small, small things. But then giving it thought, I felt because they say that the azan before it turns red, the sky, because they have to pray so much time, Maghrib time, between. See, when does Maghrib after? It's so short, brief. After Asr, how, what, how much time? How much time for Maghrib? Oh, this I shouldn't be. Actually. Yeah, ADHD. The Prophet said, the time for Maghrib lasts until the twilight has faded. The twilight has faded, right? Maghrib starts immediately after the time for Asr. When does Asr end and Maghrib start? Which is when the sun sets until the twilight or red afterglow has faded. Oh, so you see the azan the Sunnis have to give later on. Like, I was like, it's not. So whatever she said, my mother said to me a very positive thing that, beta, prayers come true. So between the Shia Sunni azan, Maghrib time, you just pray and God hears. This is a very special time. She didn't criticize the Sunni when they give the azan. So I think they have to give the azan before the twilight, right? So that they give their people, Sunnis, the time to say the prayer on time during Maghrib, if you want, like, and not make it. So it becomes qaza, like not fresh. The what is qaza, right? In English, it would become qaza for the Sunnis. Qaza meaning in Arabic, in Islam. Oh, that's a Urdu word. I don't know what the Arabic word is. I've been using qaza. Oh, it's not with a K. For it becomes forbidden. Oh, sorry, it is a qaza. It's not qaza. Sorry, I disliked. Qaza means shaving parts of the head. Like, it's disliked or forbade qaza. Oh, some Shafi school forbade qaza. The messenger of Allah called qaza. Oh, hairstyle called qaza. It's a hairstyle. But what is just qaza? Shaving parts of the head with a razor blade and leaving other parts or shaving scattered areas of the head. Okay, so I have ADHD and I can't, most of the times, I can't say the proper things, appropriate things, and answer appropriately the Muslims. I've reached my limit and I shouldn't have done that, but now for, I don't know about that. I don't have to, should I? I appreciate, I don't know how to say this properly. UA's clemency and all this. I should be in prison or in mental asylum. I'm a criminal on blasphemy also, and in other ways, like saying this against UAE laws. Once a criminal, they say always a criminal. So Miss Disas criminal, and now this. Yeah, so I would, narcissist. I'm a narcissist. Like, not a malignant one, but nevertheless, I have streaks of narcissism, that arrogance, and not, like ungrateful, maybe not, I don't know how to put it for myself. So, Les Miserables. I would start saying by Victor Hugo, like, it's the, you see, it's to myself, so to myself, society. The society. Quote, there's a whole chapter on this, what it does, and then it blames those who have stolen bread. Therefore, society and those who uphold its rigid and unforgiving nature are guilty. This is a sad thing to say after having judged society, which had caused. So he blames, sometimes, he blames society, which had caused his unhappiness. So where's the whole chapter on this about society? Let me see if I can get it, which chapter. Yeah, so be it said, oh God, be it said in passing that success is a very hideous thing, its false resemblance to merit deceives men. Win in the lottery, and behold, you are a clever man. He who triumphs is venerated. Be born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Everything lies in that. Be lucky, and you will have all the rest. Huh? Be happy. What is this? I don't know. By whom is this quote? Oh, this is not Goodreads. I went to the wrong SparkNotes. He never went out with her. I don't know what is love. I meant the power of I don't know. So sorry, subscribers. It's like this ADHD and vascular dementia. For the atheists, for the spiritualists also, they would have this demonic attacks and this black magic effect. And for the atheist ex-Muslim, Ali Shah, right? Who, so I would, so sorry you had to join my channel thinking this is like ex-Muslim Ali Shah's channel. It won't be like that. It's a very simple, like ADHD I have, and I will be saying inappropriate things until my government stops me, like in ways that they wanna, and I won't even understand until they directly come to my door and stop me. Instead of using Pakistani supermarket man or something like this, right? Or show, or just let me be like that. Madness in Dubai, UAE. Mental illness, and I should not be. So I have this compulsion now. I don't want to, I want to quit. I don't believe in the people here in the world. I blame the people, and I blame God and your religions and your prophets and your messengers. I've blasphemed also, and your ways and your atheism as this person. So I get angry. I don't know what I'm going to say now. Your commercialized ways, drama. You have drama too, right? And immaturity, imbecile nonsense that you have. The imbecile nonsense. 72 virgins is not in the Quran. Uh, value attainment. Imbecile. You are your imbecile. Both these. Imam Tawhidi and this guy from, yeah, imbecile nonsense. PBD podcast. There's another imbecile nonsense. Alisha ex-Muslim. Alisha ex-Muslim. There's another one, imbecile nonsense. Right? I have ADHD also. Atheist, immature, psycho. Looks like a psycho. Shia psycho. Actually, he's still got that look, Shia psycho. A Shia psycho. We have also. Now he's become an atheist. What else do we have, imbecile? And pretentiousness. Yeah, so coming to pretentiousness. So I wanted to, in this all risking my vulgarities, inappropriateness, social, going against community guidelines, and Facebook also community standards. Uh, what's that called? Doxing. People. So this is actually, if I can speak about this, let me see. Uh, this would be blasphemy against Prophet Muhammad and also not giving him, this would be against Surah Hashar, right? What Umar and those with him did, preventing Prophet Muhammad from writing something he wanted to write in his when his ailment got worse. The Shia stick to this ailment got worse, but as Shias, as preventing. But why would his ailment get worse? And then, no, I mean, okay, how to put it? So why would he write something when his ailment has gotten worse? God can protect him from that because it's a big thing, right? So and Umar bin, according to the Quran ayat, Umar bin Khattab, where I'll show you where the Shias are. I'll show you. I'll show you. No, I shouldn't show you. I'm just Like showing you why should I show you? Will you care? No, no, I shouldn't be showing you anything. I show you and you come here. Yeah, yeah, I can show you. I have the right or no? I don't have rights to show you. And whatever the messenger has given you, take. And what he has forbidden you, yeah. Here it says forbidden, right? But I saw, even though they say nahakum, is actually not forbidden. It's not haram. So I had to look for this word's meaning. Hukam, yes, he's commanded you. It should be, right? Quran word. Why would you put forbidden for this? What Quran word meaning? Like he himself, Ali Shah ex-Muslim telling me he himself should be going to a psychiatrist. He's a psychopath. Shia, who looks like a psychopath. What is the meaning of, let me see this. Oh, God. Where's that meaning? Terrible. So, sorry, excuse me, it makes me crack up. I've become very inappropriate with the Quran word meaning. Let's go to the corpus. We use this for Muslims website to do blasphemy against Islam. No, you resent, you take revenge, then we'll take retribution. It's not qa, is it? Yeah, yeah. It's ka, ka. So they've given me this. Oh, God. Goodness. Sorry, excuse me. No, no. What? Oh, no. Where's the cough, cough? This is nakab. Nakab. Oh, God, I've lost it. No, I can't. Whatever the Prophet, Naha, no, can't find the word meaning. Did you read it? Or Adam Seeker type, ex-Muslim, or Haris Sultan type, ex-Muslim channel, or Noria. Yeah, and or even Goldie Khamari. Oh, I shared one. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't burn Ali Khamenei's. I don't know. I would, what Goldie Khamari did in the, and that's against my country's laws, right? You're not supposed to take a picture and burn it of a leader or someone. That's your Shia lead. That's their Shia leader, right? So if, like, it would be against, if you say anything against your leader in Shia Islam, oh, no, no, in Sunni Islam, whoever your Muslim leader is, whether they have some certain bad points, you're not supposed to. Oh, and I shared that on Facebook. So I shouldn't have shared Goldie Khamari's shorts on that burning Ali Khamenei's, or who was it? Upside down also. I couldn't. One of the Sunni, Shia religious scholar in Sunni. you have to obey the one, you have to obey. So your Muslim leader, whoever is in authority, your authority. No two hoots, meaning, believers obey, right? In Sunni Islam, what is the obeying people of authority? Obey Allah and obey the Messenger, those of in authority. Yeah. Whoever obeys me obeys Allah, and whoever disobeys me. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Obeying people of authority. Let's see what the Sunni. What is that? I don't know. What is Sunni law? What do you? I was reading a question. I was reading this verse that says, "Obey Allah and His Messenger, and those vested with authority from amongst you." My question is, who are those vested with authority? You still don't know about this? Oh my God, this person doesn't know. During the course of our lives, answer. So sorry, I can't read the whole thing. Like I'm stuck here. I'm shocked that so Muslim doesn't know. Um, maybe it's it's questioning. That's good. During the course of our lives, there will always be people who have been given an authority over us in many different ways. For example, as children, our parents have been made in charge of us, and hence have an authority over us. On account of this, we have to obey them in all matters, except in cases when it brings about violating of the teachings of Islam. Yes. Similarly, in a Jamaat, the Imam has been made our leader, and so on account of this authoritative position, we are asked to obey him. Likewise, when Muslims live under an Islamic rule, a hakim or an amir is made as their leader on account of his status. Those those under him are required to obey him. In all these cases, obedience is given only in matters when the laws of Islam are not violated. The issue is not about a leader being fallible or infallible. Instead, it is about being obedient to those who have been given an authority. Why isn't the issue infallible or fallible? Oh, the issue should be about righteousness. With respect to the verse in question, wait a minute. Shouldn't the issue be about righteousness? Sorry, because you Jews or whoever, you Ali Kitab, you who, you who. Oh, no, the issue should be you command, you demand, you who demand, and don't do it yourselves. Demand righteousness of others and don't do it yourselves. But no, there are Muslims, Muslim leaders who do this. Don't do it yourself. You forget yourselves, Quran ayat. Where is it? Do you preach Surah Baqarah ayat 44? No, the issue is this. So if you're a religious scholar or any authority, Sunni Islamic authority, Ulil Amr, the Ulil Amr, do not do it themselves and they expect you to do it and forget themselves, then this is the issue. Do you order righteousness of the people and forget yourselves while you recite the scripture? Then will you not reason? So I wanted to, in that crazy moment last night, say, Shole dialogue, that if you're, oh, wait, I was like, I'm a blasphemer in the UAE. I have blasphemed against and I deserve punishment. Like, according to the UAE rules, why should I deserve any favor or anything? So then I was like, oh, didn't Umar bin Khattab, he did more than blaspheme against Prophet Muhammad. He thwarted what Allah wanted in the worst, in his worst illness, time of illness. worst phase of his ailment getting worse, to write for Allah, like to write something. This would not go in the Quran though. So, but here Surah Hashura, it says, what he gives you, take, or what he orders you. Maybe it's a order. Yusuf Ali, let me see, the right word might come from. Here at this time, on this translation, Yusuf Ali, giving the right word. Not always, right meaning. So take what the messenger assigns to you, not not take what gives you and refrain. No, wait here. Assigns to you and deny yourselves that which he withholds from you. Withholds from you should be the meaning of, wait a minute, not forbids you, nahakum. It's not haram, it's nahakum, right? Okay, so last night, oh my God. And then they come here on Surah Tahrim and he's allowed to do this. And oh my God, it's so shocking. Ouch. I'm a truth seeker. Oh, but no. Oh, but my UAE laws are that I've gone against it. But you see, when a Hindu comes here bashing, I object to it. So don't bash Islam, right? And then my tone goes like this. So, ouch. Sorry, excuse me. That's very rude of me while I'm doing this. I'm very, very like, I want to scream or shout. Each, throw a tantrum. Oh, what did I do? Still have, sorry, excuse me. Sorry, all these words I had to stopped saying shit, yar, and all. I apologize. But now I'm saying bloody shit a lot. I don't know why. It's coming out in public. Even in my private moment. Can't control myself. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, what is this? I have a panic attack. Sorry. Issue is not about a leader being followable. No, no. The issue is instead you just read the thing. Instead, it is about being obedient to those who have been given an authority. Those given authority among yourselves. Who has given them authority? It is in this regard the Prophet is reported to have said, I advise you to fear Allah and listen and obey even though an Abyssinian slave is made your Amir. Or you make him. But here in the Quran, it doesn't say that Allah has made you, while authority amongst you, do not enjoy. No. Where's the authority amongst you? Obey the authority amongst you. Here it does not say Allah, who Allah has made, but you have made, the ones you have made. O believers, obey. Here against the Shias, I would obey the messenger and obey the authority among you. No, it says among you. Then if you, among you authority. Yeah. But it doesn't say even Allah has made them authority. Allah has made them. Jalna or Jal. Oh, so yeah. Sorry, I don't know how to. It's quite unclear. Oh, you have believed. Obey Allah and obey the messenger and those in authority among you. And if you disagree over anything, refer it to Allah and the Messenger. Those ulul amr, yeah. Amri, then, yeah, so it doesn't say Allah has made them authority. Allah has given them the authority above you, but you people can, yeah. So obviously, where is it? Let me see. This is islamqa.org. The issue is not about a leader being. I advise you to. Prophet Muhammad is reported to have said, "I advise you to fear Allah and fear Allah and keep your wife." And then Zaid didn't obey him. He thwarted the Sharia. What a joke, really. So excuse you know. I'm sorry, I can't go on because Islam should have finished blasphemy. It started here with Umar bin Khattab and Abu Bakr also, siding with Umar. Right? If, oh my God, blasphemy law, you should not have. Uh, no country, no Islamic country should have, who Sunni Islamic country having. So this ulil amr you should obey, and then if you don't obey them, what happens to you? And the Prophet has said, yeah, sorry. Oh my God, I can't behave myself. Allah, Allah, tawbah, tawbah, tawbah. अल्लाह ही अल्लाह किया करो दुख न किसी को जो दुनिया का मालिक है नाम उसी का लिया Ulil Amr refers to Sahabas. Oh, some scholars like Ikrama have stated that, oh my goodness, this goes on and on. It's too much for me to take. So yeah, I can't be like a Christian. I have no patience to indulge, go diving deep into this nonsense, right? Sorry, this is, it doesn't make sense. Like, Allah, Allah, kiya Abu Bakr, no, 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 I really, sorry, I can't do this, right? So, whatever I can do right now, I think I have a breakdown here. Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the words we can't do without. Ah, who's talking to you? Shout, shout, let it all out. Misbehave. Shout, shout, let it all out. Tears for fears. Fears for tears. Fears. Tears for fears. Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on. Who's talking? I've distorted it. The song even. Those one-track minds that took you for a working boy. Kiss them goodbye. You shouldn't have to jump for joy. You shouldn't have to jump for joy. In violent times, you shouldn't have to sell your soul in black and white. They really, really ought to know. They ought to know. They ought to know. Shout, shout, let it all out. They gave you life, and in return, you gave them hell. As cold as ice. And now I'm going to another song now. As cold as ice. I gave you my heart. You said you. And now I can't remember it properly, sorry. And now it's cold as ice. I hope we live to tell the tale. I hope we live to tell the tale. Shout, shout. You're not supposed to shout here. Don't do that. It's just inside you can shout, scream. These are the things I can do without. I'd really love to break your heart. And when you've taken down your guard, if I could change your mind, I'd really love to break your heart. I'd really love to break your heart. Shout, shout. My heart is as soft as cotton, but it breaks like glass. So please don't break it. They really, really ought to know these are the things I can't do without. They really, really come on. I'm talking to you, so come on. Shout, shout. Tears for fears. And no, please, I can. Who are following me? Subscribe to me, sorry. अरे तुम्हें तो हाँ जेल में होना चाहिए. कौन सी पुलिस तुमने? वो बेचारे पाकिस्तानी पंजाबी सॉरी सॉरी कर रहे थे. And I'm telling them I finished. What? No, no. You see what Imam Tawhidi has said? No, no. Our Islam is not finished. Right? As long as there's shaitan, Islam will be there. And we Arabs, we are from that Taif or original Arab Muslims, believers. We are not going to leave Islam. Our Islam is not finished. You have not destroyed it. And of course I didn't destroy it. I just saw the way the Quran ayat, how it is destroying Islam. The way I saw it, and you say I've misinterpreted it. And I'm mad. And I need to go to the psychiatrist. Yeah. And why did you say that Prophet Muhammad raped? He's a rapist. He raped Safiya bint Huway. Oh, and I can't take Jawahir. Oh, Shias? You talk about Zainab standing there? What about the Hashur Nashur he did? Weren't there women there? एक दो घंटे दी गाल नहीं. It wasn't for 1 or 2 hours. Bibi Zainab खड़ी रही कई घंटे. Noha, Shabab al-Mu'mineen. How many hours? When Jawaria came to Prophet Muhammad standing there, what was the condition? पहले उससे साइन करके आओ on blasphemy. और पहले आप लोग उमर बिन खत्ताब से करके आए. Okay. He's the first one who didn't listen. And the wives who annoyed Prophet Muhammad. Why don't you curse them? Sunnis. Yeah, like I'm just talking disorderly. अच्छा अभी क्या है कि where did blasphemy start? From your ummah, from Prophet Muhammad's ummah, from day one. You have such hypocrisy. Surah Nur ayat. It was from your group. Now I was thinking whether to see why have they really become hypocrites because they truly want to destroy this religion and their enemies, or that hypocrisy has been imposed on them. Because if there is force and they're half-heartedly coming in this religion, forced to come in this religion half-heartedly. So I found this verse against Surah Baqarah, ayat 256, is it? There's no compulsion in religion. Now, if you threaten them, if you give them, if you bribe them for heaven, or if you tell them, you also give them money. And not only that, Allah threatens to obliterate the faces in Surah 4 ayat 47. They don't have a choice. So half-heartedly, without the intellect. And this is the reason Allah is this reason, any reason good enough to obliterate faces? If they don't come to the true religion, Allah is going to, if this was, okay, let's say that this was a true religion, right? But and I was in this religion because I love the truth. I love the truth, although I'm not always truthful, but try to be, right? I have my human weaknesses, flesh and all this. Now, I was born in a Shia Muslim family. There are things that I had doubts about in my religion and all. Now, if someone forced me to do a job, like we said, if another one, Shia, told her husband, no, through force, I will not do a job, because then it would be half hearted and I wouldn't be sincere to myself. But I was like, when can we be sincere to ourselves? We have to fight against our nafs. So our nafs is saying, don't do a job. I don't want to do a job, but a religious edict, religious law is to do hijab. Sorry, religious. So we have to fight our nafs, whether we like it or not. And it's a constant conflict battle if it goes on until the nafs get subdued. So, you who were given the scripture, believe in what we have sent down, confirming that which is with you. So Allah says it's also confirming that which is with you. So their books are confirming about Prophet Muhammad. And since you can see there's Muhammadin in the Judaism. So it's the praiseworthy or the one who praised Allah. It's the title. Muhammad means, and Ahmad means the one praised, or Muhammad means the one praised. So he's been there as light, we were told, right? So confirms in their book for the Jewish, not the Christians. Or the Christians, if for the Christians it would be the Comforter has come. Otherwise, God will, if you don't believe in it, before we obliterate faces. So otherwise, God would obliterate the faces. So whatever he's doing, the Muslims will say yes, it's for your own good that you come to this truth. The moral values, high moral value. Otherwise, you'll be immoral. You'll do farash. You'll do immorality, indecency. And that Allah doesn't allow. So Muslims will not be able to take that. Right? What kind of immorality in the West, Europe? This is not good for you. Even in Judaism, adultery is bad and all this. Excuse me. And you have to why do you have to wear that cap? And so if they're doing hijab, that's good for you. Allah has now said that hijab is good for you, meaning that you have to cover your head with khamar. Khamar is head cover. And then all that you have to work out, right? Some Muslims say, where's the command? Where does it say it's mandatory, obligatory? If I prove to them that khamar means head covering or take the head covering and cover your bosoms with it and then wear the jalbab. Oh, when you go out. And from your non-mahram. Oh, the ones who are not forbidden, the ones who are forbidden to you, and unless you they are non-mahram. What do you say non-mahram? They're haram They should not be looking at your beauty, however you put it, right? Confirming that which is with you, before we obliterate faces and turn them toward their backs or curse them, as we curse the Sabbath breakers. Yeah, but now Allah is doing this for your good. Some of them, most all of them would say this, right? But Allah said there's no compulsion in religion. Truth stands out clear from error. And also Surah Kafirun. What is it? Surah Kafirun, right? For you, your religion, I've forgotten. My friend at Surah Kafirun. I had memorized it in Arabic. Kafirun. La abdo mata'abdo wala. For you, your religion. For me, my religion. There's no compulsion in religion. They give these ayats, right? Then why does Allah, when there's no compulsion in religion and they can be immoral or whatever, right? Allah has given them no compulsion in religion, meaning Allah should not even force them or threaten them to obliterate their faces, compel them to become Muslim for the betterment of the world or humanity. So what is it? Let me just refresh my memory. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا تعبدوا لا عابدوا ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون. Oh, no, I forgot. And so yeah, I forgot it. Sorry. And ولا أنتم عابدون ما عبد ولا أنا عابدون ما عبدتم عابدتم Walla antum abi. Oh God, very confusing. But I had memorized this. 1989. My friend had written it like this for me. Walla antum abiduna ma'abid abud abud. And then lakum dinakum waliyadin. So for you is your religion, and for me is my religion. And you are not a manager over them. And so whatever they're doing, as long as what? They're doing it away from you people. The So then here, what about the Surah 4, ayat 47? So look, if you're, another, it's coming back to me, I'm bombarded. Imam Tawhidi has told what? What's his name? PBD. Oh God, keeps coming in my PBD podcast. That, no one can make me leave my religion. But the point was what there. So he even said, but this before PD. Oh, PD what? So if Muslims, if you're going to say, I came from Taif, my forefathers, and this is my religion, I own it, I have ownership of it. But only Allah owns you. No, you can't own Allah or His. Yeah, you can own His religion. Right? You are from Abraham also, don't? Yeah. So in Makkah, Abraham also came, right? Bibi Hajra came, and Ismail also came. PG podcast. Yeah. So if you have that kind of mentality, like Imam Tawhidi imbecile mentality, the clash of the turbans, Imam Tawhidi exposes Islam, right? You have this kind of stubborn mentality that no, whether you cannot tell me, I will not leave my religion. I will never leave. I'm from Ta'if, my forefather, my forefather, Sahaba of Prophet Muhammad, gave 2 eyes for Islam, sacrificed 2 eyes, both of his eyes for Islam. So if you are this kind of imbecile, Arabs, okay, you not to leave Islam. No one's asking you to leave Islam, right? This kind of thing. But if you are like, even if my grandfather, even if truth be against my parents, now Quran ayat coming again. If you are this kind of a person, even if, like Allah say in the Quran, even if it be against myself, truth, then you come here, stick with me. It's simple. I have ADHD, inappropriateness. I have vascular dementia. I'm not professional. No matter how hard I try, I can't be professional. I'm deteriorating. If you can bear with me here, then bear with me. Thank you so much for that. Oh, you have believed. Be persistently standing firm in justice. Witnesses for Allah. For Allah. Now, witnesses for Allah. Okay, as witnesses of Allah. Or for, yes. So it's not as witnesses, yeah. Even it be against yourselves or your parents or your forefathers. Even if this religion was my mother's religion, my father's religion, and they were Sayyids, Shias, from Imam Hassan or Imam Hussein. So, if Imam Tawhidi thinks he cannot never leave his religion because he's from that Sahaba who gave 2 eyes, he's the original one from Islam. Or what? Like ownership. But if you're that one where you say, even if if my great great grandfather, my mother's side and my father's side, both sides are Sayyids, and my forefather is Ali, and my mother is Fatima. And religion doesn't go on blood, hereditary, to believe in it, because it's your forefather's religion and you own it. What is the criteria for believing in this? Hereditary? No, no, no one can change me into Christianity. Even if we don't believe in miracles, in that sense, that through miracles, Jesus Christ is going to come in my dream and say, I heal you. Are, Ghalib. Sorry, excuse me, who was it? Or who was he? Said, no, no. First he said, Koi Ibn Maryam hua kare, not Ghalib. Or mere dard ki koi dawa kare. But later on, what another thing he has said, Mir Anis Mir, not Ghalib. Yeah, right? कोई इब्ने मरियम हुआ करे मेरे दर्द की कोई दवा करे इब्ने that's Jesus Christ. Ghalib has said this. So what did Mir Anis Mir oh no Ghalib has said this, not Mir. So this I keep making mistakes. Memory poor, terrible. If you can bear with me, thank you. If you can't, whenever you get the time, you can. Oh, if you see this, watch this, you can leave unsubscribe to my channel anytime. This is not commercialized. This is not professional stuff that is of international value or international level. This is to come, O wild deer of the desert. Right? It's like that. Eloquence it doesn't have. It has mistakes. It doesn't have perfection of international level. Come, wild deer of the desert, receiving all of my care are you. Where are you? Simplicity, honesty. It doesn't have impressiveness. Like I'm not here to impress people. So, जब तक उससे इमाम आखिर, what was it? What were the words that I can say? जब तक, meaning Imam Hussain से मेरी, or Imam Mehdi, मीर, मीरानीस, डर था कि लो हुसैन बरे तेग अब चले. No, this Karbala. Or did Ghalib? Who said, Mary, if I don't get guidance, from Imam, Waqt, Miranis me, or it's still Ghalib? Oh God, actually. Tribute to Imam. I think it's Ghalib. They are not Miranis. Although Ghalib has said, okay, if for my illness I don't get, no, he said, someone be Ibn Maryam, son of Maryam Isa, so that मेरे दर्द की कोई, my pain, for my pain, दवा करे, give me cure. Tribute to Imam Hussain by Ghalib. I'm not here to break hearts, right? Hurt you Shias. Apart from the verses, Salam Ghalib hai. हाँ ए बरे सहर शोला फिशान. Sorry, चश्मे बहुत बात बनाए नहीं बनती घर को बगैर आग लगाए नहीं बनती. Tribute to the Imam. I can't find it. The time. Is it this one? I don't know. It's on Facebook. I'm not getting it. क्या अभी इमाम मेहदी कोई तुम्हारा वारिस हुआ करे आएगा. Anyway, I can't find it. So you people, your memories, and you go to Adam Seeker, who are ready for all this. Very, yeah. Hindus, also Indian atheists, because it's not going to be a professional, and but I didn't want to go against my country's laws, but can't help it, this bimari condition, and can't help keeping quiet, compelled, and all this. Anyways, they can, but still they can put me in jail and torture. If not put me in jail, then they can torture me. This is for blasphemy, right? On blasphemy. Oh my God, against religions. And it's not only Islam, it's all religions. So but you see, Sheikh Muhammad, sorry, His Highness Sheikh Muhammad, it's an initiative. So why would you convert? Why would Sheikh initiative? Like only the Muslims can convert. Oh, because in apostasy, of course, now some Muslims believe But go to Pakistan and stop them from lynching and, oh, allegedly blasphemy case. The Hindus in Bangladesh was, so you can burn the Hindu initiative to convert non-Muslims. So for this, even blasphemy, you call this blasphemy. Umar did it. Conversion to Islam. If one wants to embrace Islam, she can do so after following the procedures. Over this Times of India has given, I don't know, Khalij Times hasn't given any, that His Highness is initiative here. Over 3,600 people convert to Islam in Dubai in first half. Initiative. Centers are there. Sheikh Muhammad bin Rashid Al Maktoum Center for Culture. But it's which center is this in? Yeah, so they they've taken the initiative to go to Sheikh has, right? Institutions and all organizations, educational centers to convert. They can convert non-Muslims into Muslims. Okay, that's not so. UAE doesn't have against apostasy. UAE, let me see what UAE has. Law against apostasy. These two, this Imam Tawhidi and imbecile. This is not respect and all this. Just, that you bend. You've respected me a lot and this nonsense. It is illegal for Muslims with apostates from Islam facing a maximum sentence of the death penalty, United Arab Emirates, under the country's anti-blasphemy law. It is illegal for Muslims with apostates from Islam facing a maximum death penalty of death sentence. To leave religion. This is what? As Wikipedia. Irreligion in the United Arab Emirates is rare, with only 4% of people reporting irreligious beliefs, but they will be punished. It's illegal. It is illegal for Muslims with apostates from Islam facing a maximum sentence, death penalty, under the country's anti-blasphemy law. Now they've put it in blasphemy, anti-blasphemy law. And what has Imam Tawhidi said? No death penalty for apostasy, leaving on that childish nonsense, imbecile. These some of PBD podcast nonsense. These two are imbecile. This is not respect in the true sense. You praise Islam, and I will give you. I will respect you. This is what it is with this PBD podcast. He's a hidden Muslim, although an atheist, but he wants that people can twist and turn the words around and say what they believe in Islam. But there are majority of people, Islamic countries, which give a death penalty to apostates. And he, one who represents saying, oh, my forefather was, then His Highness Al Khan's forefather was Prophet Muhammad. Does it make Ismaili Islam true? Does it make him a true hereditary Imam? It just makes him a hereditary Imam. His Highness Aghan. But very few minority, the Ismailis, and what Agha Khan, His Highness Agha Khan is saying is in a minority. But majority of Muslim countries have death penalty for apostasy, and you're telling this person in your this thing there's no UAE has death penalty maximum death penalty for apostasy. That's it goes into the blasphemy law, anti-blasphemy. This imbecile, this is nonsense. Sorry, I can't put it respectfully, or you think I'm being rude. But this I am. What is respect and what is you respect all who twist and turn, and you have no regard where the Muslims are, where the apostates are being, and then you can turn and twist it and say UAE doesn't have also. It does. Death penalty. Maximum penalty is death for apostasy, isn't it? You don't care for the other people, Muslims, moderate Muslims in Pakistan. Mus- Pakistan, moderate Muslims will tell you in Pakistan death penalty. Even Shias will tell you death penalty for the male for apostasy. Huh? 12 are Shias. What are you saying, Imam Tawhidi? Moderate Muslims in Pakistan will tell you, majority of them, won't they? Death penalty for apostasy. Imbecile nonsense you are giving. By death, as for 2021, Wikipedia. See, until 2021, now when the extremists have come out saying these, declaring the moderate Muslims, now they must have changed, realized, oh my God, what have we done? While Islamic jurisprudence, even according to 12 Shias, calls for the death penalty for the male Shias leaving Islam. Are disputed amongst Muslim scholars, with liberal Islamic movements rejecting physical punishment for apostasy. So let's see this also. Sudan death penalty reignites Islam apostasy debate. But you see, while Islamic jurisprudence calls for the death penalty of those who refuse to repent of apostasy from Islam, yet some what a theology of violence oriented takfirism, which spread like this because Islamic jurisprudence, even Shia jurisprudence, Islamic Shia jurisprudence calls for the death penalty of male, and such like flogging, lashing the women, imprisoning them for apostasy until they repent. Keep them imprisoned. To repent of apostasy from Islam. What statements or acts you just say, I've left Islam. Publicize it. Tell the people, and they will. You get a death penalty. What is this? You are, you know, what do you call that? Using words like this. What statements or acts qualify as apostasy? Oh my God. Okay. What would qualify as apostasy? Doubts? Maybe like even but the direct one is that I've left Islam. That's it, right? But let's say Oh, for them, they have to see what statements, like if I have doubts about this religion, I could fall into the category of apostasy. Are we supposed to curse Aisha? That could, that statement as a Muslim, a believer could be put in apostasy or anti-blasphemy. And then faith is what in Sunni Islam? You have to believe in Mu'mineen. Don't question that, don't doubt it. And the Sahabas of Prophet Muhammad. Islam is not only submit your will to Allah or submission to Allah. Islam is for Islam is about obeying, becoming a believer is what? So it has so many conditions for you. Sunnis have this condition that you're not a believer if you say anything against the Sahabas or even the wives of the Prophet who have annoyed him. Forget it. The dark ages, dark times. Don't look at it. Allah knows best. Who are we to decide about this? Oh, you are no one to decide this. This is not apostasy, right? But don't say anything. It is a religious faith. This is the, what do you call that? Battle of Jamal and Mawiya, Ummul Mu'mineen of the Sunnis, right? How many Sunnis? Battle of Jamal. This instigated a war. Who instigated it? The battle was fought between the forces of 4th Rashidun Caliph Ali on one side and the Uthmaniya rebels led by Aisha, Talha, and Zubair on the other side. Aisha could not participate in the battle because a woman is not allowed to participate. Oh my God. I had to explain to a Sunni Muslim in Pakistan in year 2000 who was working for my mother's relative's husband, lawyer. He told me that no, women are allowed to fight and go in battle. In Islam, Fatima did, Prophet Muhammad's daughter. I said, no, they're not. Some Pakistani Muslims don't know this. That women are not allowed to fight in the battle. But instigated, this means Aisha was not fighting in the battle. But rebels led by Aisha, Talha, and Zubair, not even Fatima. On the other side, Ali was the cousin and son-in-law of the Islamic Prophet Muhammad, while Aisha was, you see, they're Sunni, they say, don't look at this. And then they give blasphemy, they burn the Hindu if allegedly saying something against Prophet Muhammad, like they did in Bangladesh. Alive, burnt him alive. And I will get blasphemy here in the UAE. But they blinded to don't think about this, Battle of Jamal Sunnis. The religious scholars cover this up, cover it. How am I to cover this screen? Oh, cover it up, cover it up. Don't go there. Muawiyah and Imam Ali. How many people died here? Are we these kind of blasphemers? I mean, this is in the religious faith, right? That you should believe in Aisha, never say a word against Aisha, never curse Aisha, never curse Ali, because Ali was also there. Ali, of course, but the Shias who curse or say anything against Aisha, we will. This is you have gone out of the faith, Islam. Sunni Islam has this stipulated in the faith. Now, opposing Ali is not blasphemy. This is not Sahabas fighting each other, warring each other. Sunni Caliph, sorry, not Sunni Caliph. Yeah, Sunni Caliph now. but not Rashidun Caliph. Muawiyah, what happened in the Battle of Siffin? Who was in the Battle of Siffin? They, Muslims fighting each other. Allah says, make peace. Peace was not made until the Battle of Siffin. Muawiyah and Ali. And this is Amirul Mu'minin Muawiyah and Ali, Caliph, Rashidun Caliph, and the Syrian Arab forces. So, Muawiyah, support for Muawiyah and his political position while weakening the authority. Weakening the authority of Ali as the Sunnis Rashidun Caliph, fourth Rashidun Caliph, Ali, not Shia. Shia's first Imam, 12 Shia's first Imam. This is Sunnis themselves, the fourth Caliph, Rashidun, Ali ibn Abu Talib. No, this is not blasphemy. Don't even think about this, what has happened. Allah knows best. Who are we to decide about this? And if the Shias bring this out, Sunnis will probably want to object vehemently. Who are we to decide? So how they dodged and, away from this, right? The Sunnis and the non-Shia Muslims. You see them? So they don't, meaning one of them is a, what is it, according to your religious stipulation, faith, that believing. Now, after Ali, Rashid, Muawiyah should have been what? Blasphemy, right? In blasphemy. See, what is the meaning of blasphemy in Islam, Sunni Islam especially? And then I'll show you the blasphemy. What is the definition? What does it contain? In Sunni Islam, not only against Prophet Muhammad. In Islam, blasphemy is impious utterance or action concerning God, but is broader than in normal. Sahabas against Sahabas, of not to say anything. It's not given me the proper definition. Not to say anything against Sahabas and wives of the Prophet. This is also, it would be blasphemy if you said anything against the Sahabas of Prophet Muhammad or the wives of the Prophet. Right? Asharis. Asharis are the Malakis, or who are they? The Shafis? Now this is the Asharis, not the Hanafi Sunnis, not the Hanafis, not the Malikis. Now, Islamic blasphemy laws and the strange case of Mumtaz Qadiri, an extremely rare example of academic honesty by Muslim scholars. And if I saw an Imam Tawhidi, I forgot to say this also, the academic dishonesty, the right intellectual religious dishonesty, an extremely rare example of academic honesty by Muslim scholars, rare, whose general answer, as much as they try to hide it, to all aqidah, creed, fiqh, legal or spiritual inquirers is violence, but not in the UK. Only in an Islamic state, and only if all the conditions. Am I reading this? This is strange to me. The conditions are met, blah, blah. Enjoy it while it lasts. It comprehensively dismantles the idiotic position held by most Muslims. Most Muslim scholars, held by most Muslim scholars. There you have it. Here you have it. Scholars today that non-Muslims are to be killed for blasphemy, especially against the Prophet Muhammad. This is from the Ash'ari only sect of Sunni Islam, but not in, okay, blah, blah, blah. Again, especially against the Prophet Muhammad, but not in the UK, only in an Islamic state and only if all the conditions are met, blah, blah. I'm glad that someone spoke up about this with references, even though it shows how intellectually degenerate Muslims are nowadays. First of all, non Muslims' whole religion is blasphemy, isn't it? For Muslims, right? And vice versa. And insulting God is worse than insulting the Prophet Muhammad. And since Muslims have allowed people to make statues of God as a naked woman or animal or whatever for centuries without killing the worshippers, it automatically follows that insulting the Prophet could not result in death either. But multiplying excuses for violence, but not in the UK, only in an Islamic state, and only not in Pakistan. Beyond, oh come on, even this person is not being honest. Beyond necessity and not with all proportions of traditional Hanafi Islam. Asharis are not Hanafis. It's the hallmark of nearly all of the visible sects of Islam today. And then they are shocked when people commit acts of violence. Oh, the Hanafi, it's by Suleiman Ahmad and Sheikh Atabek Shukurov. I often look at the online fatwas and talks of Islamic scholars and wonder, and for how long has this been going on for the Hanafis, Sunni sects doing this? I often look at the online fatwas and talks of Islamic scholars and wonder if perhaps they are deliberately trying to arm Islamophobes or to further garner harassment and vilification for Muslims with their bizarre pronouncements. What makes me really sad is that they never couch these as their own idiosyncratic and extremist positions, but rather impugn the whole of Islam by insisting that these are the mainstream or normative Islamic verdicts, when in fact they have concocted these to please their Salaf. No, no, they haven't concocted it. It is in Islam. You can see it in various. If Surah Saf ayat, you can see what Maududi has said. Now we let's skip some here. Now we are see that's why I can't find a completely honest person in this case. Oh my God. Anyways, this time in Pakistan concerning blasphemy laws as applied to non-Muslims who live non-Muslims. And what about Muslims who doubt the religion or say anything against the Sahaba? What about apostates saying anything against their religion? Apostates, Islam in Islam. Oh my God. Let's see how long this is. Okay, it's very long. Have you addressed? No, no. This person is blaming this and that. Wrong. It is this religion to be blamed. Oh my God. They're blaming each other. Surah Saf, Tafsir. Oh, God. Which ayat is a mention of Muhammad? When Moses said to his people, "Oh, my people, why do you harm me? God defend disobedient people." And mention when Jesus, the son of children, the messenger of Allah. Who is more unjust than one who invents about Allah untruth while he is being invited to Islam? Who is more unjust? Oh, the Surah 61, ayat 7, tafsir. You see, now Muslims are getting away by blaming each other. Sunni blaming Sunni sects, one sect of another sect. Asharis blaming the other sects, and God knows, Hanafis, and this is what is going. This emphasize. This is the religious. Not really. No, I can't find a honest, and the other person blaming them for being dishonest. A Muslim, their own Sunni. Can you like beat this? What is this? I can't find one honest person. This is so sad. Oh, they have said it is sad. Now, if I, this is hypocrisy. No, this is not sad. I'm dancing. I'm enjoying myself. You see, Muslims are blaming each other. Wow, amazing. What great. Let's celebrate. I dance on this. You Muslims. What's up, duck? So we have here, but Allah will bring His light and perfection. No, you see, this what happened. I don't want to behave myself at all. And who does more wrong than one who invents a lie against Allah? This is where anti-blasphemy law coming, or blasphemy law coming, right? No, blasphemy law coming. Who invents a lie against Allah while he is being invited? Maybe I misread this, but let's see what I read here. And maybe I also misread, and I not have proper American accent. My accent sounding like Pakistani, and or you know, or what happening. Now my mind going around. Hey, I ain't misbehaving. Yeah, it's not said. Let us rejoice in this nonsense, ignorance. One sect, Sunni sect, blaming another Sunni sect. We are entering back doors. From the window I jump in. This my polities. Blood coming. Forefathers. Who would be more unjust? Yeah. Who invents a lie against Allah, declares the prophet sent by Allah to be a false prophet, and records the revelations of Allah to his prophet, is forged by Prophet himself. That is, there could be no greater injustice. Besides calling a true prophet a false prophet, this blasphemy. What do you say that the UAE anti-blasphemy? What I not to get it. Wait a minute. UAE, like you're going to kill people, punish people. This opening floodgates. This like making no. We not. It's not like Indian Jahil Hindus coming here and asking, or even in Dubai, "Oh, you Muslim? Are you going to be lonely of anyone? Muslim woman? You are Muslim woman? Not like this Jahilat of Hindus here or atheist Indian. Not like that. I mean, what I mean is that yes, me becoming, I become very emotional about my religion. I also have some emotional immaturity in me, right? Imbecile. But not like a Imam Tawhidi and all that. I also have it, yeah. I have my share of that also. But this simple, you choose which one you want. Go there or here? Or the highway? Me or my. Oh, yeah. Me or the highway? At least I give you the highway. I not to force you to come here and say, I will UAE kill. Sorry, death penalty giving. Now, what this. So, criticizing a religion, right, in the right manner, finding out and saying, but I do everything wrong manner. But if in the okay, they don't want it. I know they must be wise enough to do, not allow this. I'm not wise then. Hikmat nahi hai. I don't have hikmat. UAE death penalty for apostasy is there. We don't know. Anytime it is illegal for Muslims with apostates from Islam facing a what illegal? Death penalty under the country's anti-blasphemy law. What is though this has never resulted in anti-blasphemy laws. Oh, the country has laws against blasphemy. So it's yeah again. So on blasphemy laws, right? Under the country's anti-blasphemy laws, it is illegal for Muslims. Sorry, I not understand this. I'm not cognitive. I'm having a cognitive comprehending this. I'm having a cognitive dissonance. Okay, thank you very much. I will continue later. If so, if this compulsion demon starts making me terrible,